All right, and welcome back to day two. I'm your boy Lumenaddy here, and let's get right into it. So today, just like I said yesterday, we're in that upward trend breakout, right? And we closed today with a positive gain from yesterday, and so let's get right into it. Again, now I'm using TradingView, and I'm on the STRBTC. This chart reflects the price at Poloniex. So if you're trading on Poloniex, this chart would be useful. So let's get into it. What do we know? So when we go into let's jump right into the dailies because this gives us, look at this beautiful little candle right here. See if I can zoom into that. See, yesterday I said that we have broken out of this descending wedge, right? And this is the start of a positive upward trend, right? Now, where will this go? That is the question, right? Something pivotal is happening in 2 days. If you guys don't know, though, the roadmap is being released. The 2018 roadmap is being released in 2 days. And by all means, there's that old saying, um, buy the hype, sell the news, right? Well, honestly, I don't see that much hype right now for that in terms of price action. I mean, these are just very minimal upward trends. So I don't think that generally will apply to this scenario. When we do get the release tomorrow of the roadmap, the 2018 roadmap for Stellar, I think we're gonna have a good spike, maybe a spike somewhat of this candle right here, right? I do believe it's going to get stopped out at 5,000. I do believe there is, if you look on Binance and if you look on Poloniex, I believe there are some strong sell walls here. And generally speaking, I don't think the whales want the price to go up too quickly because they want the fluctuation so they can sell high, buy low, sell high, buy low, and just keep increasing their stake. And so what we're trying to do is we're trying to, catch on to that trend. So for us to start trading profitably, um, we're going to need to find some entry points and some exit points. So right now, I think anywhere you go, I think will be an entry point. I think you can enter in now. I think right now it's at 4,500. I don't think I it might dip down. You might have, when the news comes out, you might see a dip down touching 4,000 and then spiking right back up. That's plausible. This, I guess, would be a good time for me to say I am not a financial advisor. So everything I'm saying is just my own speculative opinion. Please do not invest based on my commentary here. Do your own research, invest on your own. And with that, let's get back into this. All right. So, I go to the lower intervals just to see if there's any inclination in the short term that price might move down or up when I'm looking for a good buy or sell opportunity. So right now I see price kind of hovering around 4,500, right? It could, if we go to the 4 hour, this would give us a good indication of if we might see a dip down. We could see a dip down. I see the RSI here um, kind of dipping down, showing a little bit of divergence from this point onwards. So you could probably expect a dip down before it picks up. So maybe a good buy-in would be here, which is, or even here, yeah, 4,300. I think 4,300 is a safe buy-in point. If you put your buys in there, I think the market will come down to touch 43, and then you can just take your profits at 5,000. So 4,000, 4,300 right here. Is that right there? And 5,000 up there. I think that would be a good trade for the day, and then you can sell at 5, and it should dip back to 47, touch there, test that, and probably go back up to 5, or it might come back down here to 45, and then you can buy in again at 45, and I think it'll touch back and forth. I do believe if you look outward on I think it's on the daily, shows it better. Yeah. Do believe this is going to be a cup formation, right? And then you're going to get a handle, and then above, in order to go above 6,000, that's 6,000 here. But you do have a good resistance level here at 5,000, and that resistance level, when we go back to the retracement patterns that we were talking about earlier, that at 5,000, you have the level of the 50%. So that is a pretty strong retracement level. So I do think the price is going to bounce off that. Um, Again, it'll come down to volume to know if we're going to blow by this or not. Obviously, if we have strong volume like we did in the initial spike, that then if the volume remains high, then we'll blow right by it. If the volume is pretty marginal, like it is right now, where the price is creeping up, but it's creeping up very slowly, then you won't see it bounce off that. You'll just see touch it, come back, touch it again, come back, and probably form another bullish pennant at the 5,000 level. Or you might see a mini cup and handle form at the 5,000 as it goes back up to 6,000, and then forming a cup and handle there and then going up. So for me, I think the couple encouraging signs for price action to continue up are the report recently on the Stellar blog. If you go on the Stellar blog, they have a report just talking about stellar currencies and its and why it's in a good state in the current cryptocurrency market. It kind of sheds light to the other currencies that are in the market and how Stellar stands out in terms of news for adoption purposes. Stripe has just let go of Bitcoin. And if y'all don't know what Stripe is a payment processor. There's a little article here from at Cointelegraph. You can read more into it. But basically, they dropped Bitcoin, and they are most likely going to start supporting all coins. And something you can know, the CEO of Stripe is an advisor for Stellar. So I think it's inevitable that it's going to start supporting Stellar. Although that's just my opinion. Let's wait and see. Also, another thing I want to show you on Bollinger Bands. If you look at Bollinger Bands, I have my Bollinger Band set at a specific interval and close. It's not the standard one, but I always trust the Bollinger Bands. Whenever the Bollinger Bands opens up like this, to me, it's just saying there is going to be a nice burst in price action. So I would not be surprised if this is going to be, not this candle, this is probably going to be a good spike up, but the candle after that shows another big spike up. I would not be surprised. So that is what I'm expecting. And in yesterday's video, I had stated where I think the next leg, that I would show where the next leg in price movement is going to go up to. And that's this line right here. Now, where did I get this line from, you're wondering? Let me just clone it. Can I clone it? Yes, I can. Okay. So where I got this line from is I looked at, where is it? Why can't I move this? What happened there? All right, let me clone it again. Why won't it just move? Let me just, there we go. All right. Whew. All right. So what I did was I looked at where did the price go on this initial move up, right? From where, how big was this initial move up? So if you look at it from here, for about 238 to 6,000 Satoshis, that was the move. So then I said, all right, well, with a 50% retracement or more than a 50% when it goes back down. So what I did was I drew another Bollinger Band, which I have to show you on the weekly chart. There you go. So I drew, not a Bollinger, a Fibonacci retracement. I drew another retracement just to look at how far back price is going to retrace from this run up, right? This run that we just witnessed. It retraced, if you look at this, it retraced all the way up to the 50%. and then it went back up to the 38, and it's been above the 38. It's been closing above the 38. That's a very positive sign for an upward trend continuation. When it stays above the 50, actually you can stay above the 70 and the 60, and those are all real positive upward trend retracements. When it breaks 70 and closes beyond 70, that's when you get concerned that, hey, this is breaking the trend and it's setting a new trend that it's going to continue going down. So this right here, where this initial leg has retraced all the way back up to the 50 and then closed on the weekly candles above the 38. That's very promising. Now we're going to continue up with an upward trend. So what I did was, so I took that, right? And then I looked at, okay, well, if it's consolidating at the 38 percentile, and I put my the length of movement of price from the previous trend up, where does that take me, right? Well, that takes me all the way up to 9,968 Satoshi, just below 1,000. So anywhere from there to 1,000. That's where I think the next leg is going to take us. And we're on the weekly chart, so that could take us, well, this took us how many weeks to go there? When it started, really, it took us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 weeks. That's 3 months. So in the next 3 months, we could see price getting up there. Well, what's crucial about that in the next 3 months? Well, in the next 3 months, Ferex, the Stellar-based exchange, is, I think, either due to be released. They'll definitely have betas out by that time. And you don't think that that's going to drive up price when you have an exchange that the base currency is going to be Stellar, that everything is going to be traded with? I think for sure, just the fact that they're going to heavily base it on this Stellar network, that once that exchange opens up in the next 3 months, we're going to see spikes in prices, and I do definitely think it's going to get up to this leg over here. And then obviously we're going to have a massive 50% retracement, and we'll talk more about that in future videos, so we have time for that. But again, if you always look at my charts, I'm always giving up way more than I'm talking about, because if you just look into what I've already drawn here, you'll be able to kind of discern for yourself. But we'll definitely talk about it in tomorrow's video, where I think that retracement might go till, and we'll talk more about entry points and exit points for the day. Currently, we're on the weekly chart. Let's go on the daily. Currently, we're slowly creeping up. I definitely think this is gonna continue going up, and it's gonna close higher than the open. So the open was, look at this candle. The open was, wait, hold on. So let's see here. Yeah, the open was at 44.86, and I definitely think it's gonna close higher than that. So I think it's gonna close higher than where it's at right now. Where is it at right now? Right now it's at 45.15. I think if you buy in right now, by tomorrow, I believe it's going to be above that. But either way, I think the strategy for now till tomorrow is hold, hodl, hodl. And if you haven't already got in, get in. And yeah, I'll join you all tomorrow. So definitely do comment, subscribe, like, share thoughts, criticize. It's all fair game. Give all your opinions. Teach me if there's more things on this chart that I'm not seeing myself and you'd like to kind of put it out there. Please do. Educate. I think everyone benefits when you share knowledge. So definitely let me know what y'all think, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Peace.